Welcome to the Chwang Vibes, your leisurely small talks with Tiffany Wang and Henry Chwang. You can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, and WTBUradio.org, all at Chwang Vibes. You don't need to text us at any of the channels.
Chow 2000 on WeChat today.
Nope, that's not necessary. And I'm really excited as it is 9 o'clock at night right now. And we are recording our final episode.
Ever.
This is our farewell.
It's been
to the world.
I won't say a fun. It's been a ride. Do something. Yeah, but Tiff, how was your week?
I had a good week. I listened to classical for 2 hours today, which is way too much. I think I got really sick of it at the end. But,
Really? It didn't seem like that when you kept playing it for me over and over.
Well, because I got a break. I went to Newbury this afternoon, so we couldn't film the podcast at a regular hour because I went and got this really cute, flip.
You pointing at me?
No.
Thank you. That's really appreciated.
This really cute pair of shoes.
The reason why we're recording so late into the day is not because of anything besides her shopping. And I thought for 1 nanosecond that she was actually shopping with a guy. And I later found out it was... I'm sorry, Tiffany's mother. I tried. I tried to do this.
Yeah, so I also had a good week because the Department of State lifted the travel restrictions toward international students. So starting August 1st, we can come back to America without going to a third country for 14 days.
Damn it.
And I got a new ticket from Shanghai to San Francisco 2 hours after that statement was released, while the flight ticket was still pretty cheap. And I woke up the next day and my friends who haven't bought the tickets are saying it basically rose 4 times more than the original price.
So this is what you do.
I sell the ticket?
Yes.
So I don't have to come back?
No, you buy another ticket and you sell it for 6 times. Yeah.
But I think I brought it up for some other reason. I think, because I earned money that way, I went shopping.
Didn't you earn money is not exact. I mean, you didn't earn money.
I earned money. I could have spent more. Yeah,
okay.
But this is our last episode and we don't have anything prepared.
I literally can't see.
Oh, yeah, he has my glasses on. I think he looks better that way.
My eyes hurt. Oh my god, I can see clearly. The entire time you were talking, I was swaying back and forth because I had no control over my body.
Yeah.
Oh, my eyes. Wow. Well, yes, as you said, it is our very last episode ever. And it's very exciting. Very exciting.
Mm-hmm. I'm really excited for summer. I haven't gone back home for more than a year and a half. And
wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
Okay, so Henry was like, I'm so hungry, I need to eat before we record. So my stomach doesn't make a sound, but he ate, and then we recorded.
Now it's making sounds not because I'm hungry, but because it's digesting. I didn't realize that while I was shoving my face full of jjajangmyeon.
Well, okay, I like jjajangmyeon.
You like a lot of things.
Well, I also like our podcast, so we are going to just use this time to look back at what we achieved, if anything, and
I achieved a lot.
What we've learned this season, what like our growth.
I learned a little.
Our growth and our wishes for the future, summer plans, everything. So, what's one of those many things that you learned?
I said I learned little, not a lot.
Oh, you learned little.
Yeah.
Okay, so on my part then, I had tremendous growth by
actually
by carrying this podcast.
Now you know what cap means.
That's tremendous growth?
That's some tremendous growth right there.
Okay.
I mean, before the semester, if I said cap, you wouldn't have known what I meant, right? But
well,
now,
I would have nodded anyway.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have understood the implications of the word.
Sure.
Yeah. Something about carrying this episode, the podcast. Damn. Okay.
Well, we invited a lot more guests to this season, and I really enjoyed it because I think I actually made friends that way. For example, last episode we talked with Sophie, and I've never talked to her before. I think yeah, but I've been in the same class with her throughout the semester, and
antisocial
and since we talked last class after the podcast, she actually defended me in front of some classmates.
Why?
Because she knows me now.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that whatever she's editing is still good or bad, right? So she's actually doing you a disservice. She's probably lying by saying, "Oh my God, Tiff, I love that piece. The part where you wrote about that guy who left the girl and on a plane by another girl, that part like really resonated with me." And then I'm going to be honest, she probably was laughing when she read it.
No, we're not critiquing my story. I said something about other people's, like my feedback to other people's story, and she said she agreed.
My bad. Sorry.
Anyway, we had some guests the semester before, but we really kicked off this season, and I think I learned to just have a natural conversation with them instead of a journalistic interview, because that was what I pictured when I first started. Preparing interview questions, although I still do that, but I think for interview-styled podcasts, you guys don't have to follow strictly to the pre-prepared questions.
And there are very few pre-prepared questions of that. The word prepared actually has the pre part in it. I just wanted you to know that.
But like pre-made.
Premarital. Prepared.
Pre-made. Prepared. Questions. Did you like the guest appearances?
Yeah, I love them. I think they were there are some guests I really hated, I'm going to be completely honest. Chris, Tiff and Chang. Yeah, that's about it. I'm just kidding. I really enjoyed talking to everybody. Thought just having a topic revolving not around us but around someone else was a great way of creating new content. I feel like if we had just focused on ourselves, we would have been more of a stump throughout the semester.
Yeah.
But thankfully we kind of tailored it so we always looked at it as, okay, who are we interviewing? Right? What are their experiences and what can we ask about them and what can we learn from them, right? So I think it was you give and you take some. We gave them the opportunity, a wonderful opportunity to come onto our podcast, a once in a lifetime opportunity, you may say. And in exchange, we got to talk to them and steal content from them. Yeah, because that's all what's about,
Yeah, I mean, you said we will run out of ideas eventually.
Oh, no, I won't.
And
you will.
No, without the guests. So I think they're a great way for us to carry on the topics.
We could have had, let me rephrase.
What?
I think, for one, this semester has changed the trajectory of our podcast in terms of the topics we talk about. I think in the first season, we talked about a lot of superficial, college-y things. But now I think we're talking more about things that can apply to a lot more people, right? Whether it be insecurities, whether it be your background, your ethnicity, whether it be anything in between, right? Childhood hobbies, passions, all of those different topics apply to a lot larger base than what we did on our first semester. And I think that's a cool direction. I really enjoyed that because you pick at the person's brain more, right? And I think you get a more genuine podcast.
Yeah. I mean, I was just looking through our episodes and we were sort of talking about dorms and then majors in the first season, and then we were talking about childhood dreams and finding your purpose in the second season.
Yes, and you guys can person you can thank for those ideas are
Me.
It's
Okay.
me. I did it. You're welcome.
Well, I want to shout out to our guests this season for coming, which is Sophie, Max.
You're really gonna go through every
Yes.
guest?
Yes, Chris, Cassie, and Sarah. That's
You
it.
forgot Jen.
Oh, Jennifer, you didn't write her name
The
here.
fact that you didn't remember is pathetic, frankly.
I was just reading through the
Shameful. Wow.
page. Okay.
Yes. And Jen. Thank you, Jen.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yes. And so I think this is kind of a perfect segue into what we are going to try and do next for next semester, right?
Yeah.
Because we have some pretty big plans, if I recall us talking about it.
About the place?
Well, yeah. So for one, Tiff's moving into a new apartment.
Yeah.
The same complex, new apartment. Why? Because she's petty, picky, and pompous. Yes, the three
Ooh.
P's.
No,
And
because-
persistent.
Because I wanted a living room
But
for
also
us,
a failure.
for
What is
us-
a failure?
for us to record the podcast, so I can decorate the place for the podcast, having those our letters, Chwang vibes on the wall and stuff like that.
Yes. So we're also going to try and invest and get a new mic, as in another one of the microphones that I own. The one that I own is a Blue Yeti microphone, which my younger sister gave for me for Christmas. Thank you, Nina. And the quality is really nice. The thing is that Tiffany does not have a younger sister named Nina, who did not give her anything for Christmas.
Aw.
And so she didn't have a Blue Yeti. She uses some other one.
Well, this is our third upgrade
Yes.
of our
Honestly, like third or
microphones.
fourth. At some point, it just kind of all melts together. I think another microphone. And we're going to try and invest in some sort of like mic stand.
Yeah.
And the whole ambiance of the room that we're going to be in will be designed for Chwang vibes.
Yeah.
We're going to have colored lights.
He wants colored lights, but I don't think that will fit
We're
us
going to
well.
have colored lights.
So guys,
dark
comment
bluish.
below if you guys want a purple ambiance.
Yeah, purple. That's fine. I like purple. Oh, perfect. I'm glad that we agree. That's sick. That's sick. Yeah. And hopefully we'll have more space because as you can't really tell. But the table that we use comes from Tiffany's balcony every single day. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, the birds who watch over it every single day. And it's a pretty small space. Her walls are not walls; they are curtains. Thankfully, Tiffany has and will never bring anyone. Well, I don't want to say anything. Anyways, so her roommates don't care, but a larger space would be really cool.
Yep.
And it gives us more room to invite guests. So we'll have a designated area for the guests as well. So.
Yeah, and I want to buy those like low tea tables and then bean bags.
Yeah, bean bags.
So I think that will fit Chwang vibes much better than the
I really
table
like Chipotle,
and
and I like beans.
chairs. You will have to bring your own bean bags.
How about I just pay you to get me a bean bag?
Oh, that works too.
Yeah, thanks. Because I don't plan on carrying my bean bag a mile and a half every single time I come here and carrying it back. I will literally look like I'm carrying a sack.
But you can sit if you're tired next to the pavement.
Oh, you're right. I can sit on the ground while my bean bag squishes me from above.
No, you sit on the beanbag. Anyways, if you guys have any decoration recommendations, please send them to me because I'm really bad at decorating.
That's true. Her entire room consists of K-pop idols and her crushes from 3 years ago. It's a little embarrassing.
I'm just a consistent person. So what about some things we should improve next
Frankly,
year?
I have a lot for you.
Frankly.
Frankly, I think I say the word honestly
Too much?
so many times.
I don't notice.
Or to be honest, frankly, these sort of adverbs that come before the sentence that end with ly, I say a lot.
I like how you're very picky about what you say.
I've also tried to improve on the amount of ums and uhs I say.
Yeah, you're really eliminating everything you say.
Ums and don't add content to the podcast. They add strange words to the podcast. See, I may have just said before a year ago while I was searching for a word, but instead I did.
Now it's just complete silence. But I feel like I want to promote the show better some way.
Yeah.
On the internet, because there we go. But I talked to this podcaster who has his own podcast with this big radio station, and he said we can go to those podcast Facebook groups and then ask them to promote our show or do collaborations.
So I don't have Facebook.
I re-downloaded my Facebook.
It's not that I don't have it downloaded. I don't have it downloaded, that's true, but I don't have an account.
Oh, you will create an account. But I'm also very excited for next semester. We have to talk about this. Everyone's coming back to campus. How exciting. Why do you look so dead? I'm gonna close your game. Who records a podcast while watching the game?
You don't understand. First of all, I'm dedicated. And second of all, I was thinking about how I guess life will return back to normal as in our first semester freshman year. But I don't know if I'm looking forward to it.
The thing is, I was thinking about this two or 3 days ago. How people...
All those guys are coming back. Oh my god.
How my life is going to get back to its excitedness. But,
I gotta put on my delusion glasses. Oh, I can see clearly now.
Your delusion glasses. But how easily people adjust to new life. Stop breaking my glasses.
I've molded them to my face.
How people adapt to things so easily. Remember how weird you felt when, like, last spring you first opened Zoom? I think the first Zoom class was Korean for me, and he looked like a ghost in the little
Oh
square.
my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because
That was terrible.
It was 6 a.m. in California or something.
Yeah.
And he was just blended with the background.
Like, there was no sun, no light at all.
Yeah.
My whole room was pitch black.
I remember feeling really sad, but also relieved at the same time to see that people are still around. Humankind didn't go extinct on Zoom. Seeing all these familiar faces, but I also felt sad because we couldn't go into the classroom again. But now everyone's like, I'm too lazy to go into class. I want to continue other Zoom classes. I don't want to go back in person.
I would like hybrid.
Yeah, but they're not giving that, I think.
I know.
Because
they're
if
not.
you give hybrid, everyone's going to stay in their room.
Well, I went to classes. I basically have hybrid right now, right? And I go to most of the classes that I can go to. But the ones where it's... So, for example, on a day like today, I have 3 classes and half of them will be in person and half of them will be only on Zoom. For me, it makes no sense to go in person, right? Because if I'm going to have to find a quiet place to take the other class on Zoom...
Are they back to back?
Yes, they're all within 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yes.
That's
15.
a weird
It's
increment.
15.
Okay.
15 minutes. 50. Sorry, guys. I lied. Yes, 15 minutes. So, in those cases, But I do feel like I eliminate... Walking takes a lot of time.
Walking is good for you.
Oh yeah? Then why don't you do it?
I do it around my room.
Yeah,
Anyway.
straight to the kitchen. Straight to that fridge.
That's you. That's not me. But I'm excited to see everyone back. I don't mean complete normalcy, but at least seeing familiar faces. This idea of not seeing your friends for a year when you guys still are in the same school is pretty strange.
Yeah. It's I think my perception of college students is no longer one centered around them being at school. I think most of the people I know are not directly here, right? And that's kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah.
A year ago, that we, everyone's on campus.
So, will I never see you again next fall when
Yes.
your friends are back? Yes.
No, you will see me, unfortunately. I think for one,
You guys are not close anymore.
that and the fact is I realize I thrive in these sort of situations where
In
I
what
don't have to see
situations?
people.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean you by yourself in a room?
Yes.
Okay.
I get more happiness not
Really?
hanging out with people.
So before, when we went out to have dessert freshman year, you said you were there for the socializing instead of the food. I thought you liked socializing.
I do. That's a little different.
Oh, okay. So, okay, what's so straining about all the other?
That's a wonderful question. And we'll get back to that after our short break.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
What about your?
What was the question?
What about your? Oh, annoying friends.
Oh. I don't know if it's because I don't feel like when you don't see them, you don't have that much stake in the friendship. I don't know if it's that's how I feel. But I'm much more flexible to losing friends now than I ever have been. I really don't care. That sounds like I'm like, yeah, sounds pretty bad. But
Oh, so you're not gonna get back to meeting them?
well, I'm excited to see my old roommates from freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see them again. I know for a fact one of them is stuck in Cali, right? And I was planning on rooming with him this year, so I'm very excited to see him again. But everyone else, I don't really care.
Okay.
If we see each other, we see each other. That's cool. But I think there's some people that I love to see again.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of the people from our first Korean class, it'd be really cool to see again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also very excited to do socializing things like karaoke.
Yeah, karaoke. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna do that when I go back to China.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Then just don't invite me next time. I don't care.
I will invite you when I'm in Beijing, okay? Don't worry.
Yeah, you should. You should next time. Yeah. I think another thing I'm excited for is seeing everybody in a classroom.
Mm-hmm.
The most I've seen in a classroom is maybe 7 or 8 people.
That's a lot.
I know it is, but the rooms in question were huge, right?
Yeah.
And to see a full auditorium filled again is going to be kind of daunting.
I know.
I'm not going to be. I'm going to wear a mask. I think. Not even if COVID's gone and everyone has a vaccine, I'm still wearing a mask.
I feel like I want to wear a mask not because of that, because if
Oh,
I
we
don't
know.
if I
Here
don't
we
look
go.
good, I don't need to worry about it.
Well, I look good all the time.
I remember just discussing this with my friends. They are boys, and they were saying, "Oh, so we're losing something because we don't care about it." I was like, "Exactly."
You were losing something. Can you explain? I completely lost you.
I said wearing mask is a good thing because you don't have to worry about how you look, and they're like, "Oh, so they didn't get the advantage because they don't care about it."
Oh, boys don't care about it as
Yeah.
much. I mean, we still care about how you look. It's just that we don't have to worry. Usually we look the same 90% of the time. I'll be completely honest. I think me when I wake up and me when I take a shower and get ready, there's like a 10% difference. And it's my hair.
So
And
just
the
wear a
way
hat.
I feel.
I see.
No. I don't think you ever see me in a hat.
I probably had. I don't know.
Well, maybe a bucket hat or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe for you, it will finally be the semester where you find true love.
I don't
No, it won't.
expect that. What's
Sorry.
that laugh?
It's like an evil laugh,
I had something to say.
That's really
and
cool.
then your laugh just erased it.
Yeah, they do say my laugh erases all
Humanity.
memories. Oh, that too. I have heard that one as well. Yes. We can wait all day.
What did
So things we can improve on. I think remembering what you're going to say would be very
True!
helpful.
I forget what I want to say all the time because he interrupts.
I don't interrupt. I add. Well, I was talking about things I'm looking forward to, right? Seeing a full classroom, going out and socializing, even though I'm not that much of a social bee. I think seeing how people have changed is going to be really interesting.
Oh, I remember what I wanted to talk about now.
And you're welcome.
How Corona made me grow.
Colonel?
Corona.
I thought you were talking about like Colonel Sanders from KFC. And I was thinking, how did he make you grow?
How the virus made me grow. How the pandemic made me grow.
Like outwards?
No.
You mean mentally, like emotionally.
Yeah. I mean, at first, like everyone doesn't think the pandemic's a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing either. But I actually, now we can kind of say that at least America is at the end of it.
Well, you just jinxed everything. Nice. We're gonna get another wave, and I can blame you.
I feel like I learned a lot through this experience by living without some of my friends and family. I think I became more decisive in making decisions.
Isn't that the whole definition of decisive?
I think I became more decisive, at least in buying tickets, but like a lot of other things too. And
can I get an example for the viewers, for the listeners?
I don't want to talk about it.
But you're literally talking about it right now.
I said tickets.
And then you said other things.
Other things as in nope. No, I
need a new host.
No, I think
this host is broken.
Whenever I need to decide on something, I usually weigh the two sides for a long time. But now I think I go by first instinct and then just go with it, and I don't waste a lot of time on it. Course selection or something like that, or buying shoes.
That's really your example.
And I think I really feel like I've grown as an adult this year because I lived by myself for the first time in a city without family, without friends.
Without what was the second part?
Without friends during the summer.
Add that next time. I was gonna say. We'll throw hands right now.
During the summer in an apartment by just myself. So I didn't have a car. I went to the grocery store and took care of myself for like 4 months by living in a city that I'm not even that familiar with. So I think I really grew a lot from that. And moving into an apartment, finding an apartment and setting everything up. I feel like this pandemic really forced me to grow up and to grow apart from my family. I don't know if that's a good thing.
That's a great thing. I'm sure they're very glad.
Okay.
Oh, I mean for your growth, not the fact that you're, well, maybe.
And also before, I feel like I'm pretty dependent on my friends.
Yeah.
Because...
sorry.
Because freshman year, everyone lives in a dorm. And I think I lived my best life during that first semester and a half. I think that was like really, really happy time, exhilarating time.
Oh, you're welcome.
So when the pandemic hit, I was depressed because it was such a big difference. I wasn't used to seeing so many people in a space before coming to college. And then now after the pandemic, everyone was gone. So that was a big contrast. And I think I was really dependent on seeing friends and having dinner with them, and going to everywhere with a friend accompanying me all the time.
Yeah, you did need someone to hold your hand all the time. Sorry, don't just ignore me. I'm adding commentary. I'm like a narrator.
But now I can go without seeing friends for a week. I don't need to see them every day. I have dinner by myself, and I think that's completely fine.
I'd love it if you could tell them your expectations of a roommate in an apartment.
I think I talked a little bit about that in some episodes before, but I used to want to have a roommate whom I'm really close with, and we would go to grocery stores together and discuss what food we'd buy, and then cook food every day together and then eat together. But
yeah, cringe.
Why? That was pretty nice.
Well,
don't you think that's a nice life to have?
No, I just want to be left alone.
Well, you're different.
That's true. I am a different beast.
But
I am built different.
Now I'm okay both ways because because of the pandemic, I'm forced to live with people I didn't know before moving in, and that perfectly worked out. So I'm okay with not seeing friends and just being by myself and enjoying this downtime. and being productive. Actually, I'm so much more productive this semester. This whole year, actually. Why?
I'm just staring at you.
But I'm also okay with hanging out with friends when they come back.
The delusion glasses.
I am more productive. You don't know how unproductive I was
The
freshman
fact that I was
year.
able to roll my D's, that was pretty insane. That was a skill I never knew I had. Thank you, Tiff.
Oh, you're welcome. Our podcast always brings something new out of you.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. So I think I actually appreciate this peculiar year of the pandemic.
Hey, you're welcome.
And I look forward to going back to a normal life.
Hey, if you want another year, I can get people sick of me. And maybe that will start a pandemic called the Henry virus. I can do that for you if you'd like.
But would you like the virus to
yeah,
last?
it means everyone tries to get away from me. Everyone's running away, screaming my name. I'm almost famous in a way.
You sound really antisocial, but you're not.
But am I? I am much more social with my... I realize that I'm very appreciative of the internet. And the reason why is because I have spent more time with my California friends over the last year than any Boston friend, probably. Because it's so easy.
You're just playing games with them.
No, you can
That's not quality time.
You can study with people. You can watch movies with people. You can just have... I've literally just gotten on calls and just had food. Like dinner with people.
Oh, I did that at the beginning of the pandemic, but I stopped doing that.
Yeah, and I actually enjoy that a lot because it's just fun. I really enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah. But sorry, the Diet Coke hitting me hard. It's a diet. Okay. If other diet drink would like to sponsor us, then I will say their name in completion. Mm-hmm. I think I really resonate with some of the points you said about, I guess, the productivity. I feel like I was able to focus a lot more on academics this year than I was last year because there was so much more going on, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes in college you kind of forget about, I guess, you're trying to juggle so many things at once, and so focusing on academics probably helped a lot for me. That being said, I do agree with the fact that there are things that I miss. I'm excited for things to go back to normal, as you said, right? And whether that means washing my hands more, right? Or looking at groups of people in a different light. I think no matter what happens in the near future, I'm going to have to thank Corona for a few of the ways I perceive things.
What about them?
I talked about this earlier, but I generally don't think I'm going to class without a mask.
Oh.
Even if I'm, like, I used to wear a mask when I was sick to try and keep people from getting
I remember that.
But now it's nothing to do with sickness at this point. I just don't want to breathe the same air as some people.
Okay.
For example, right? If you were to walk by a stranger without a mask on and they didn't have a mask on, I'm sure you would have this self-conscious, like, oh gosh, I should probably stay away from that person. You know, especially me, I'm going to have a difficult time getting around that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have similar things that I'm appreciative of because of...
Your lavender...
Because of the pandemic. You know how now on campus everywhere they have all these sanitizing wipes that you can take out and just wipe the surface of everything?
Yeah.
I love them because...
You just take them home?
No, because the tables and chairs in classrooms are always pretty dirty because no one ever cleans them. And I don't carry wipes with me, typically. So I just ignore them, but they are dirty, and I would love to clean them. But now I have this can of wipes everywhere, and I can use them to clean the tables and chairs and my shoes and my phone.
Wow. You're sandals, your nose.
So I really like that.
Well, I'm sure the janitor who put that there is very glad, smiling from
And
ear to
also,
ear.
before, remember how when an elevator is full, people are still trying to squeeze in. But now there's capacity limit. So you're always
That's true,
in
but
a,
I've seen a lot of people completely ignore the capacity limit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
in an empty elevator. At least in my apartment, only one person or one household or one group of people are supposed to be in an elevator, and people follow that, and I really like it. The space.
Yeah, you're so antisocial.
No, I'm not. You're the one.
No, you're the one.
You are the one.
Anyways, on that terribly ending note, I think it's
think-
time to wrap up this last episode.
Yeah, I think we talked about our expectations for next semester, podcast-wise, and just
Life-wise.
generally about life.
Yeah. I do have one expectation for you.
Oh no, I'm not
You're-
gonna fulfill that.
Your mother does as well. Actually, she has many, but we're going to focus on one.
Have you ever thought about this? If I have a boyfriend who would have so much
I
less,
literally
so much,
never said
so
the word
much
boyfriend.
fewer jokes to pull in this podcast.
I will have new jokes, new ammunition, but that has nothing to do with what I was about to say. I was gonna say. No, I can't lie. Oh, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's a trait of mine.
Failure. Oh,
Being single.
That's true. It does define you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I hope you don't ever get that trait.
Of being single.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I will happily live my single life with all my
With
friends.
your 8 cats and your 3 adopted children that you were telling me about last time.
Am I the old lady that screams at people?
Is your name Karen?
Anyway, we look forward to seeing you guys around or online, and I hope you guys look forward to seeing us again next semester.
If you are walking on campus next semester and you walk into either of us, we would love to talk to you guys, get to know you guys. Especially,
Come to our podcast.
Yeah, if you guys are interested in our podcast, we'd love to talk to you about it and see what we can do about it. I already have people, messaging me about plans for next semester. It's actually kind of exciting to think about, right? So don't be shy, and trust me, it's kind of hard to miss both of us. One of us is 195 centimeters, the other one is 196.
Something about that is wrong, but are we ready to wrap up this episode?
I've been ready for 30 minutes. I'll be completely honest.
I can see that. Happy end of second season. Bye.
Hold on, that was such a terrible ending. You can catch us, guys, once again, for the last time for this semester on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram, all under the tag of @Chwang Vibes. You can check out our personal Instagrams @HenryChung314 and @Tiff__Beck. Beck isn't Baekhyun. That's 2 underscores because she couldn't get the first one. Now, it makes you wonder, who really is Tiff_Beck? That psychopath. We'll find out one day. Thank you guys so much for listening. Once again, as always, take care, stay safe, and have a great week.